What's going on, guys? Welcome back to NLX. My name is Jake, and today I am back with a Skater XL map review. Something a little different than the Trick Tip series. So today I'm going to be reviewing Berlin XL by Guillaume, or Yome. I'm not really sure how you say it. But basically, I'm going to be reviewing maps based on three different categories. The first category is going to be visual and audio fidelity. So that's going to be stuff like, you know, the textures and how the map looks and how the different textures sound and stuff like that. The next category is going to be skateability. So that's going to really have to do with how well are the ledges splined, do the ramps skate well, are there invisible walls you run into, stuff like that. And then the last category is going to be design and flow. So is the map designed well? Does it flow well with from obstacle to obstacle? Is it have interesting features? Is it fun to skate? But yeah, guys, if you like what you see here, go ahead and check me out on Twitch at twitch.tv/nextlevel_x. I stream just about every day of the week at 5 o'clock. We're going to be doing a lot more skating, and the community is super good over there, so come say what's up. But yeah, guys, getting right into it, I do want to specify I am going to kind of rate this map based on more hardcore settings. Since this is a modded map, obviously if you're playing it, you're going to be playing on PC, so that's kind of the groundwork which I'm kind of coming from on it. So, starting out with the visual and audio fidelity of this map. Obviously, this map is beautiful. The lighting that they have in this map is so good. They have this like golden hour thing going on where it's just like that perfect time. The sun's just barely starting to set. It looks super good. It's very like warm and comfortable. You know, you can spend a lot of time in this map and feel really, you know, comfortable skating here for a long period of time. I really like what they've done with the lighting. They've got some God rays coming through the trees. The lighting in this map is top tier. Honestly, it's probably my favorite lighting on any map that's come out thus far for this game. So that is top tier. And then aside from the lighting, visually speaking, I mean, so all the graffiti and all this art that they have all over the walls is super good. It makes this actually feel like an area that's inhabited, that exists in real life. It's not just like blank walls, and it's all very like kind of grimy looking, and it looks very authentic, very realistic. And I can't say enough good stuff about all the art that's going on in this map, man. It's definitely like top tier art. And I mean, they've got, you know, little touches like this, like the museum, and like I'm sure this is probably an actual museum in Berlin. I'm not sure, but I would assume so. There's a fucking rainbow. There's a fucking rainbow. I didn't even realize that. Oh my god. Okay. So there's a rainbow on this map. Wow. Okay, so yeah, there's a rainbow on the map. It's amazing. The visuals of this map are top tier, you know, bar none. Like, there's really not enough good things I can say about the visuals. As well, the birds, they have little birds flying around, and that actually leads me to the audio of the map. You can hear birds chirping in the background, and it's actually not like annoying or anything. There's been some maps that I've skated that have background sounds that I kind of find a little annoying after a while. But the sound of the birds in this map is actually pretty good. Like, it doesn't bother me. I think it actually does add to like the ambiance of the map. And I don't think I would get tired of it really at any point. But there is one weird thing. So if you guys look closely, you'll notice there's this odd kind of shadow underneath my dude. It's just like kind of like an oval shaped darkness around the skater. I think that's kind of weird. I'm sure that's just, you know, just the shadow physics at play, and it's just not a super advanced, you know, shadow mechanic that they have for the player, but it is some shadow for the player, so that is cool. But overall, the visuals of this map are amazing, and the audio of the birds is really good as well. And then that leads me to the different surfaces. The bricks sound awesome. Like any type of surface. Let me see if this one. No, not this one. There's like several surfaces in this map that sound really good. Like the cobblestone sidewalks. These sound really good. Like very authentic to what it would sound like if you were actually rolling on that. You'd love to see that in maps. Very well done on that end. So honestly, like as far as the visuals and the audio of this map, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5 for sure. This map is top tier for sure when it comes to visuals and audio. And yeah, so that leads me to skateability. And that's where this map does have a few flaws. Now, I will just come out and say I love this map. It's super fun to skate, a lot of really interesting things going on with it. But if I'm being objective about it, there are more than a couple spots on this map that don't quite skate right. Like this mini ramp right here. None of the copings on this mini ramp are splined at all. You can't really skate it. There's no splines. And to give the map maker the benefit of the doubt, I'm pretty sure this map is still in development. I think they're going to continue developing to it and adding to it over time. So this might be something that gets addressed eventually. But as of right now, a lot of the transition in this map just isn't skatable at all. And that's a real shame because like just a quarter like this could be really fun. But as it is right now, it's really like unskateable essentially. And that really bums me out because it's a super good looking quarter. And then there are a couple other places where a very similar problem kind of persists. So this skate park in here, which is also super fun, it doesn't really have any good, you know, transition splines either. Like right here, like I would love to be able to skate this, but it just doesn't really work. And like I said before, this might get addressed in the future. I don't think this is the final version of this map, but as it stands right now, it's definitely not, the transition's definitely not skatable. And it really sucks because it would be super fun if it was, but it's not. So I have to, you know, being objective about it, that's kind of a pretty glaring oversight. Because I guess that one works. That might be the only transition in this entire map that works. And it doesn't work that well. But, I mean, as far as like the ledges and stuff like that in this map, they're perfect. They're all perfect. Everything skates so well. Everything is splined so well. You don't really run into like stops on any ledges or anything like that. I really like the layout and you know, the features, and it honestly that takes me to the last category, which is design and flow, and that is another place where this map really shines, because not only, you know, if we want to talk about design, it's awesome to see a whole section of the map like kind of sectioned off like this, just like a skate park within this giant map. I mean, this could be a park in and of itself. This could be a whole map in and of itself. But this is just a tiny portion of what this map is. And within this skate park, I mean, it actually does flow pretty well. Like there's, you know, you can kind of just skate through it and skate back and forth and always kind of have something to skate. So this skate park flows really well, and I think it's designed really well. Like a lot of interesting features. I think this is really interesting. It's kind of a bump to rail, bump to out rail. A Like this right here is another example of the transition that could be really cool, but it doesn't grind. So that's unfortunate, because I think that's a really interesting looking obstacle as well. But yeah, like kind of moving to the main part of the map, I mean, just this entry area where they start you out is super good. Like everything here skates really well. It's all splined really well, and visually, like with all the graffiti all over it, it makes it look really good also. And that's the other cool thing about this map, is that there's all these different sections, right? So you skate this section, right? And you could spend a lot of time just getting lines in here going back and forth, but then you kind of continue moving through and you can skate these on the way over here, and then that leads you to another area that you can kind of skate through here, and then that leads you to here, and you can kind of spend a lot of time in this area just doing different tricks and getting different lines. And it's just got these really interesting like hub areas that naturally flow towards one another. This is another one. You could spend a lot of time here and you skate down this, right? And then it leads you naturally to this area. This area is kind of weird. I'm not really sure what's going on over here, but then it leads to this really cool spot with a bunch of mani pads and stuff like that. And yeah, it's just got a lot of different areas that all connect to each other really well and have things to skate in between. Like as you're skating from one area to the other, there's always something to skate in between too. And then this looks like he's starting to work on a new zone, and that's what leads me to say this is still very much a map in development, because you can see that he's got a lot more plans for it, but obviously this area doesn't hold up visually at all to the rest of the map, so I'm not really gonna be too harsh about that, because it's just clearly in development still. But this area out here, it seems like it's pretty well done with it, and that's why I kind of wanted to review this area of the map. So I mean, the flow and the design is definitely like top tier. Like the features are super good, the flow is super good, there's a lot of interesting stuff to skate. It's definitely top tier. So for me, the only area where this map is lacking is in the skateability, and it's really just mostly the transition. There's just a bunch of quarter pipes and stuff like that just don't have splines, and that's really unfortunate. But honestly, it really doesn't take away from the map too much, because there's so much else to skate. You're really not hurting for anything to skate on this map. But yeah, guys, honestly, that's the only real criticism I have of this map. I would say it's not the perfect map. So overall, I would probably give this map like a 4 out of 5. Or actually, you know what? That's not even fair. I would probably give this map a 9 out of 10. This map gets a 9 out of 10. It's almost perfect. If the splines on the transition were there, I really don't have many problems with this map at all. And who knows, by the time he's done working on it, that might be fixed, and this literally might be the perfect map. I'm not even exaggerating when I say that. Like, there's so much to skate here, and it's all so well done and so interesting. I really enjoy it. But honestly, though, guys, just to be like, just to be upfront about it, this is my first map review, and I picked a really good map to review. But not all the reviews are going to be this glowing. I am gonna kind of review some of the more lackluster maps and kind of call them on some of their shit. But this one, I mean, I really can't say enough good things about this map. From the birds to the graffiti to the sound to the interesting features, and honestly the size of it. It's a huge map as well. I mean, it's on its way to rivaling Buster Vale. I mean, yeah, he's even expanding over here too. There's just a ton going on in this map. But yeah, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like. And if you'd like to see more content like this, why not subscribe? I'm gonna have a lot more Skater XL content coming out in the future, including more trick tips, including more map reviews. And if you want to come hang out, come chill with us over at Twitch, twitch.tv/nextlevel_x. I stream pretty much every day of the week except for Mondays and Fridays. It's a super good community over there, so come say what's up. But as always, guys, thanks for watching and praise the games. Peace, guys.